My name is Emmanuel Ohiro, and I'll be welcoming you to this class on skill-based employment training. And this class is for people who actually want to sort of position themselves to get the kind of jobs. Maybe for people who maybe you've been applying for jobs and you've not actually gotten any invitation for interviews, you might need to listen to a number of things that I will be sharing. Most of the things that I'll be sharing is from my experience as somebody who has actually been involved in um, involved in recruitment, involved in managing staff. So I'm going to be sharing my knowledge. Also, this training is a free course, which is supposed to be something like an introductory course, actually telling you about the things that we are going to give you when you actually go for the paid course. The paid course is about 5,000 naira, so it's not actually something that will break the bank. We're actually doing this as part of our own corporate social responsibility to actually build the capacity of people, especially young graduates and even non-graduates, to be able to position themselves to get the kind of jobs that they want. So without much ado, I'll be jumping into the presentation. And please, if you have questions after each of the session, you just raise your hand and actually entertain your question. So we have the modules that we're actually taking today are broad modules: understanding the market and job search. We have writing and producing an effective job application. We have interpersonal expectations and skills, which actually talks about interpersonal relationship, creative problem solving skills, and research and communication skills. These are the five broad modules that we'll be talking around. And first, we'll actually be going through the understanding the market and job search skills. So when we talk about understanding the market, for example, the over time, the market has actually evolved in terms of how you actually get jobs. Unlike before, 10, 15 years ago, people will actually go, people will actually advertise using the newspaper and all those kind of medium. But now we actually sort of go online more. So as somebody that's looking for a job, you need to actually sort of move with the tide. You understand how employers actually look for who they want to employ, and how you actually key into these mediums and actually get the right opportunity. So first, you need to first understand the market, the job market, how it functions, what happens there. So how you know that you actually go online more, visit job sites, understand how employers actually post jobs, look at relevant jobs that actually fit your skill set. You know, that's how you actually know about the market. You know where to go to. You know where sites like Jobberman, NG Careers, My Job Mag, Hot Nigerian Jobs, and also there's something I do sometimes when I want to get information about a specific thing. It's called Google Alerts. So you can go on Google and say Google Alert, and it will tell you what you want to be alerted on. And you can say, okay, I want to be alerted on anytime a job about administrative coordinator is being advertised, or a job about ICT, any job related to ICT is being advertised. I want to get an alert to my email. You can set that alert on Google, and it's free. And each time somebody posts anything on any company posts anything on that fits that description, and you actually put your tags, ICT, programming, in relation to the kind of job that you're actually looking at. Then when these things hit, you actually get an alert. If in the bigger course, we'll actually be walking you through how to actually set this alert, how to actually put the right tags in there, and how to actually get you the kind of notifications that you need to actually get, because when you are informed about a job, then you know that, okay, this is the kind of job I want to apply for, and you apply for them. So we also look at something around employability and transferable skills. As I said initially, this session is just an overview. So what I'll be doing is just running through the sessions. I'm not actually going to be giving you the presentation, but the full session, which will be happening soon, that session will actually have, I'll actually be talking in detail in relation to most of these areas that I've actually sort of highlighted. But in this section, I'm just going to sort of go through them, not really in detail. So, and as I said before, if the token is just 5,000 naira, and under employability and transferable skills, you're actually looking at skills and competencies that an employer wants. Do you have that skill and competence that an employer wants? Like a lot of people say that Nigerian youths are not employable. So it means that they don't have the employability skills. So sometimes you need to ask yourself, do I have the skill for somebody to employ me? Do I have the skill for somebody to employ me? What are the skills that this person requires for this job? How do I acquire those skills? And also, what kind of skill do I have? Where can I build my skill? So these are all the information that will be giving you how to position yourself for the market, the kind of skills that each different kinds of role needs, and how to actually acquire most of these skills, where to go and actually acquire most of these skills. I mean, within that, we are also going to be administering a template that you use in assessing yourself to actually understand your own kind of skill set that you actually have at the moment, and understanding your strengths and also your weaknesses in relation to your employability skills, and also transferable skills. Transferable skills are skills that you've learned somewhere else that you can actually put on the job. Like for example, you do volunteering, and you learn one or two skills from that volunteer, you can actually transfer it into a job that you're actually doing. So those are the things that we're actually going to be talking about in terms of transferable skills and employability skills. Also, writing a resume, and also cover letters. I remember asking a friend of mine, he's been disturbing me to get him a job in Abuja, he's in Lagos. And I remember asking him to send me his CV. And he did send me his CV. And when I opened the CV, I was shocked because he still had in his CV BSc in view. This was somebody that graduated in 2010, and he still had BSc in view. So I asked him, why do you have BSc in view? He said, because he's not collected the certificate. And I'm like, okay, because he's not collected the certificate. You collecting certificate or not collecting certificate does not mean that you haven't actually taken the course. So BSc in view is when you are still on the program. So you need to look at those things that people look at in your CV. And I told him, if I was somebody that's going to employ you, I can't even employ you, because you've not really spent time, 7 years, you've not actually spent time looking at your CV and actually trying to improve it. So another thing you need to do is actually look at CV time to time, maybe every 3 months. You look at what people are doing in terms of their CV, look at how you can upgrade your CV, add new content, add new style. Also, in terms of in terms of actually sort of looking at your CV generally, I think you could send your CV to someone and say, please just let me look at this CV and tell me how it looks. Does it actually represent me? And people would actually give you feedback. You can send it to your friends, and your friend that know you very well will say, but you didn't add this, you didn't add that, you didn't add this, you didn't add that. Or send it to somebody that works in or somebody that works in the role that you actually intend to go into, and say, oh, please, can you help me look at my CV? Can you note things that needs to go into the CV, or things that I need to remove in the CV? And that's how you actually sort of review your CV and make your CV fit for purpose. And also, a lot of times people actually just have one CV that actually they use for all kinds of jobs. The truth is that depending on the job, you might have to always tailor your CV to actually meet the job specification, because different employers will ask for different things. So if during the full training, I'm going to be telling you what to do, how to adapt your CV to actually meet, and your cover letter to meet a specific job. Those are the things I'm going to be telling you in the full session. And I'll quickly talking about the networking strategies for employment. Basically, how do you network to get jobs? You have friends who work somewhere. Most of us don't even ask our friends, is your company recruiting? Is your company recruiting? We don't even have that conversation. We worship in churches that we have big people there who we don't even talk to. We come to church and we go to mosque and we go without even having conversations, talking to your pastor and saying, Pastor, I need a job in case you know anybody in this place that can help. That's how you actually sort of network within your sphere of influence, within the people you know, to actually help you. Somebody that you know might actually have the opportunity to give somebody a job, but since the person does not know that you have that need, might not actually sort of engage you for that opportunity. And also, sometimes I don't know if that works in this climate, but sometimes people write to organizations that they feel they can work in and just ask them is there any opportunity for XYZ, you know. And sometimes people even visit those organizations just to check on them and say, I want to see the head of human resource or somebody that's in charge and have conversation and say, I have this, I would like to do this, I would like to do that, I would like to work with you, depending. And you never know, that just might be the opportunity that you'll be looking for. So is there any question on this, understanding the market and job search skills? Okay. Okay, there's no question.